What do you do when your dad brings home his new girlfriend and she immediately wants you to refer to her as mommy? Oh, hell no. Were we trash for running her off like we did? Trash the Piece Theater, the joke drawing his new mom. Everyone who grew up in North Philly in the 80s and 90s or has been watching Trash the Piece from the beginning knows my father was a player back in the day. When he was in a relationship, he was faithful. But when he wasn't, he was handing out his peen like sample fragrances in old school magazines. He had Jones on deck. Me and my little brother would forget who called, so he got one of those secretary while you were out notepads so we could keep them organized. We'd be in the crib playing Sega Genesis and he'd come in the house like, again, he calls.
Marina, Selena, Katrina, Sabrina, about 3 Kim, Latoya, and Tina.
Miss Renee and Miss Gail called. Oh, and Miss Tina called and said Friday night is fine and she'll book the room. Oh, well, all right, cool, thanks. Wait, Miss Lynn called too. Which one? Damn it, Ryan, it's 2 of them. You gotta ask questions to get the context clues next time. We used to be really respectful when he introduced them to us. For the most part, we were good kids. We were good to them if they were good to us. The ones that were the coolest were the ones who weren't too Joe. They didn't try too hard to win over our affection. They were just their North Philly ratchet adjacent ass selves, and that was great. Growing up in a bachelor pad had its awkward moments though. There'd be times where some John would come over and cook for us, then an hour later we'd be playing Toe Jam in Earl and hear the ceiling shaking and the bed squeaking. This woman just made us cornbread and now she upstairs getting her cakes cracked. How am I supposed to look at her in the face when she come back downstairs? My little brother would just lean into the awkwardness. John would come stumbling down, hair erect, and he'd be like, "Good night, Miss Rhonda." Side note, there's an entire story about Miss Rhonda that involves my little sister. Tiff, you had to know it was coming. Patreon patrons be on the lookout. Most of the Johns was cool. But, of course, there'd be some Johns who used to do the absolute most. Like Miss Antoinette. I think that was her name. I could be mistaken, though. I mean, he really did have a...
Shelly, Bridget, Kathy, Rashida.
I do remember she was really pretty. And I remember him for the first time prepping us before she came over. And I think it's because he knew she was about to draw. Listen, y'all about to meet somebody new. I need y'all to be on your best behavior. She came in the door and she was fine. We spoke to her and everything seemed normal until she spoke back. And she was a Joe-ass, drawn-ass John. She just started gushing all over us how handsome we were, how well-behaved we were. Oh my God, look at you cuties, just the cutest cuties that ever cuted. Is she serious? My pop went upstairs and she sat her Joe ass down next to us trying to be our friend and shit. What are you all playing? Super Nintendo? I like video games. I used to play Coleco. Did this chick just... I played Atari, Miss Pac-Man, Pong. Make it stop. My pop came back downstairs and saw the utter disgust on our faces and was like, you know, let's just go get a bite and catch a movie. Her Joe drawn ass didn't get the clue. Oh no, I know this is a bachelor pad, but this place is a mess. It needs a woman's touch. How about you two go outside and play, you grab us some takeout, and I'll straighten up around here. Me and my brother was pissed at our pop for allowing her to come into our house and touch our belongings. But as a grown-ass man, I now understand that if a woman wants to come clean your spot and give you some panty draws, you take the deal. We went outside with our friends, but were both skeptical. She better not be in there touching our shit. A couple hours passed, and as we were about to go back in the house, they were coming out. Yo, it's pizza in the dining room table for y'all. We gonna head out for a while. She looked at us like, see, that wasn't that bad. She rearranged everything in the living room, including our video games. See, I told you she was gonna touch our shit. Okay, she did, but I mean, it's not that bad, don't trip. We was gonna let it slide, but she had to open her Joe-ass, drawn-ass mouth again. Now, isn't that better? Everything is nice and neat and where it's supposed to be. And with that said, I'm gonna need my new sons to keep things just the way their new mommy made it. My father was mortified and tried to rush her out the door real fast. My brother stood there with a vacant face as if everything he'd ever known was ripped away from him. He was pushing her out the door and her goofy ass doubled down. Bye, sons. No. It's on. Okay, so yeah, we gotta talk to him about her when he gets back. I'm about to go cuss her ass out now. Chill, it's not like she went up in our rooms and... Wait. We ran upstairs with the quickness. She rearranged everything, cleared off our dresser, made our beds, put away our toys, straightened the closets. Now, as a grown-ass man saying this, it doesn't sound so bad at all. Like, deadass, I wish someone would come over right now and do that shit. But as two tater thoughts accustomed to bachelor pad politics, this means war. You with me? War! She called herself new mom. I got a mom. She called us her son. She touched my stuff. You know we probably gonna be on punishment, right? She has to pay. We went ballistic. We started tossing stuff everywhere, as if I'll knock all this over was two prepubescent boys. We started throwing things on the living room floor. Whatever we could knock over or dump, we did. We basked in the glory of our bullshit. Victory was ours. When they came home, we were sitting in the mess, eating pizza like we didn't just undo all her efforts. My pop just put his head down. She was absolutely devastated. And this is where I kind of felt bad. She straight broke down crying. But then she spoke and erased all my guilt. I can't believe my sons would disrespect me like this. She ran out of the house and my pop chased after her and took her home. We just sat there eating pizza. Nary a given, nary a deserved. We hurried and played video games before he got back home, knowing it would probably be the last time for a while. We were ready for whatever punishment was on the horizon. He came in and just stood in the doorway. I knew y'all was gonna do something when she said what she said, but I didn't know it was gonna be this. Instead of yelling at us, he actually apologized for what she said. Said he'd never try to bring someone around to replace our moms. He started laughing at the absurdity of it all, and we did too. So we not on punishment? No, but y'all gonna clean all this shit up before you go to bed tonight. All of it. So, you're not taking our games away? He sat down next to us. Nah, in fact, I got winners. My pop has always been a real one. Shout out to all dads who prioritize their kids over cakes, their sons over buns. Thank you for watching Trash to Peace Theater. I hope you enjoyed this, John. If you're new, go catch some of the older episodes. If you want to support the channel, you can join the Patreon, drop $1 or $10 into the Cashapp, or just hit the like button and leave a comment. All of the above helps.